We have one of the great R&B singers of this generation joining me here tonight, 6-time Grammy nominated artist. He goes by the name of BJ, the Chicago Kid. BJ, how's it going tonight, man?
I'm good. I'm good. How you feel, man?
I'm doing pretty well. Congratulations on the new EP, 4 a.m.
Man, appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
Real R&B.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's something that makes you different from all these other artists out here, is that you're a true vocalist. You don't play around with the auto-tune, and this is something that you were brought up in because you were brought up in the choir and in the church singing.
Yeah, for sure. I take vocals just as serious as I take the songwriting process and the music selection and all of those other processes throughout, the song.
How does it feel to be independent now? Because now you're on your own here. You already have an EP that you released as an independent artist.
Yeah, it feels amazing, man. Still new, still more territory to tap into, but man, I'm all for it, man. It feels good.
It's going to be a great road for you as an independent artist, because I feel as though as an independent artist, you have more control over what you do.
Yeah, in so many ways.
Yeah, whether it's collaborating with other artists, because sometimes record companies may not see your vision. If they don't see your vision, you're better off being independent and going whatever way you feel as though is right for your career.
I totally understand. Yeah.
Now, what was the reason for you calling this new EP 4 a.m.? Because I know you were doing the thing on Instagram with BJ Wednesdays, and the song for BJ Wednesdays came from this EP.
The 4 a.m. title pretty much came from me being a creative, a night owl, understanding what my magic hour is. It's just something about that time of night that is so magical for me, and it has been creatively, musically. When it comes to just other things that I'm creative with, it's something about the time that speaks to me about the time of night, and that I have to tap into it.
Yeah, it's a fire EP. Fancy is my favorite one, as I mentioned before. You were able to collaborate with Eric Bellinger. How did this come about, working with him? Because he's another prominent R&B artist in this industry.
Me and Eric been friends for years, man. Throughout both of our R&B journeys, as songwriters, as members of other crews, all type of stuff, man. So I've known Eric for years. And it's such a blessing to see his growth and be inspired from it as well. So for us to get down together, man, I think it's long overdue, man. And so we got a few more on the tuck for you.
Judas and the Black Messiah, but you've done some work on that. That was amazing.
Yeah, I was honored to be a part of that. Chicago, Huey P. Newton. Some of our greatest actors of our time is in the film. The story told in the best way. When the family is involved, you feel like you're telling more of the truthful story than what you imagine took place. It's just such a magical time period. Man, it's even the musical company that I'm in with on that project is amazing.
Insane. It's an Academy Award winning film too.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
Big things. But this isn't the first movie that you've been involved with. Mission Impossible, actually, with Kanye West for the Mission Impossible 3 soundtrack called Impossible.
You in Baghdad. Yes, sir. That was the movie. That was incredible time, and very, 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 very fun process making that song, and very eye-opening for understanding how music can be created 150 million different ways, and to be open when you come in, just so you can actually tap into the vibe and get where you need to be.
Especially with Donda dropping yesterday, I'm sure people would love to hear your relationship with Kanye and how that formed, and you were able to work on that soundtrack with him.
Man, it's crazy. My hood is full of a lot of talented people, musically and unmusically. Chicago is full of so much incredible talent. I was blessed to go to elementary school with a few people that knew Kanye, from GLC to Really Doe to Timmy G to man, there's a few cats in there. They had a group back in the day called the Go Getters, and I was one of the first rap groups I ever sang a hook for, ever, was for Kanye and those guys. So he did the beat as well. I was singing on a 4-track tape recorder. You know what I'm saying? It was like back in the day, but that relationship stayed strong, and the communication to those guys, and the time crossed where I ended up moving to LA, and everything just began to happen and just take full course. So it's been a beautiful, beautiful process, man. Beautiful process.
How do you love LA being from Chicago? Because I feel as though if you really want to pursue your dreams, you just have to make the move right out to LA, and you were able to do that at the age of 19.
Yeah, I mean, some people don't have to move to do it. I just want to make that clear. But I feel like in my case, I had to. I learned some of the best things I would have never learned there. I met some of the best people I wouldn't have probably met till later or never. How you doing? So it's been an incredible process being here in LA. The weather is, of course, amazing. Been blessed to have my family move out here, and a few other people from back home that continue to make this feel like home for me, and continue to help my creative juices flow in the proper way. So it's been a beautiful situation, man. Blessed to know good people, because good people make the world go round, for real, for real.
And you are one of those people. You sung backup for Mary Mary. That was actually your
Hmm.
first job getting out to LA.
Yep, yep.
Opened the door for a lot of artists that you met. Joe, work with
Hmm.
Mario. You actually wrote for him too. I read online.
Yeah, yeah. I wrote for Mario. I wrote for quite a few different artists, man. It's been an amazing journey, man. Before being an artist, I was a songwriter, and I wanted to be one of the best songwriters that I could possibly be. And some of those songs, they're getting chosen from artists that I was super fans of, that I thought I understood what their next sound would be for the next album. But those songs didn't get picked. So I asked those producers to kind of give me some time, and let me use these records. Give me a year with them. Let me see what can happen. And I got the blessing. That was the birth of DJ Chicago Kid as an artist. I always knew I would be an artist, but I didn't know when. I didn't know how. I didn't know. It kind of formed from the passing up of a lot of other songs that other artists didn't take, that I thought they should have.
2005 was an important year for you because you were able to get in the booth with Stevie Wonder.
Oh, dude, crazy. And Kirk Franklin hooked that up. How crazy is that? Yeah, yeah.
That's huge.
Again, good people make the world go round, man. You never know who's going to give you that call for the call you never knew you would get, or you've always been waiting for. So to keep your iron sharp is the whole idea. That's the whole objective of the whole game.
What was that conversation that you had with Stevie Wonder? Because he's such a legend in the game for many generations out here. He inspired all the songwriters. Even to this day, I still hear current R&B singers that reference Stevie Wonder as an inspiration in their career.
Oh man, between Stevie Wonder, James Brown, Prince, and Michael Jackson, um, I think a lot of people share those four influencers, if I could say. Um, I mean, creatively, those four guys have helped us shape and reshape this music thing so many times, and we're inspired from them for years to come. Our kids will be inspired from the same music.
In 2005, you
Hmm.
got the opportunity to go on stage with Usher and James Brown at the Grammy stage.
Yeah, yeah, incredible time, man. Wow, what a moment. I mean, historical. I got a chance to meet the man, shake his hand, ask a few questions, respect him, give him his flowers, along with the other people that were still alive that helped him create that music that joined us for that performance at the Grammys. Such an incredible moment. A lot of monumental moments have come from my career to kind of just show me to keep going no matter what. Don't stop.
Mhm. And you can't forget Grand Theft Auto 5 being a part of that
Uh,
soundtrack because everyone remembers you for that.
Yeah, I was super lit. Me, Freddie Gibbs, and Problem. I had a couple joints on the FIFA. Man, we video games. We had a lot of fun. I was getting a lot of phone calls when those games first came out of homies that was playing. I'm like, yo, is this your voice out here? I'm like, yeah, man, that's me. So my homies know my voice. They just wanted to make sure it was me. Um, cool territory to be in, cool company to be in again. I love. I feel like one of our dreams as music creators is to be able to apply our music in a lifestyle form. Birthdays, just cooking at the crib, cleaning up, whatever that lifestyle thing is. When you can live with it, that's what it is. And video gaming is it's a huge world, and it's a thing that keeps a lot of people entertained. And I think it's really cool to be a part of that world as well. Authentically being myself, not changing anything, not having to reshape anything. Like just authentically fitting in the piece is that's a beautiful part to a beautiful puzzle. You know what I'm saying? Just the feeling alone.
Mhm. It's All on Me. This was an important track in your career. As soon as the whole Straight Outta Compton movie comes out, Dr. Dre releases the Compton album, and you're a part of it. It's All on
Yeah,
Me.
yeah. Man, dog, that song is still important to me. It reminds me that no matter what, it falls back on your name. So have the best around you, give them your best, do your best, um, lead in the best way possible, learn in the best way possible. But all of that, it teaches you. It all falls back on me, especially being an artist. Um, if somebody from my band wins the lotto, they're gonna say BJ the Chicago Kids, blah 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 wins. You know what I mean? Your name is attached to it regardless. So to understand that, it makes you want to put your best foot forward. Um, even on your worst days when you really don't even want to do it, sometimes, man, it encourages you to move forward and give your best, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And how was your experience of being in the studio with Dr. Dre? Because this is a top five producer of all time.
dude, I learned so much from being in the studio with Dre. He's he's a Phil Jackson to a lot of us. Um, some of us have a few Phil Jacksons. I'm honored to know him. I'm honored to have his trust, to have his respect, and to give him his flowers as well. I learned so much from Dr. Dre, off the mic, on the mic, in the same room, from afar. Um, Man, he's such a genius in so many ways, and I was blessed to um, actually be able to learn from him in such a close capacity. You know what I'm
Mhm. That's important, and that's one for the history books in a career. Not every artist gets to work with Dr. Dre, and you have. But I think we got
saying?
to get into "In My Mind." That's a classic album. That's classic.
Yeah,
2016.
yeah.
That was the top album for me back in the day when I was in high school when I was listening to R&B albums.
Wow, that's crazy. Dre is like he's um he's really a doctor to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people consult him for advice to play music for him to see what he feel about it. He probably still mixes some of our favorite songs, co-producing them. He's helping a lot of artists to still like he's still Dr. Dre. I think his love for music and incredible artists and making something groundbreaking will never die within him. It's just when he wants to chill or when he wants to do it, you know. But we're always waiting. We're always waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Forever waiting. Yeah.
In My Mind is a classic album. How's it feel to have a classic album?
Oh man, thank you first. And it feels great. It feels good to hear that. It feels good to know that somebody feels that way about my music because the albums that I consider classics, they still follow me to this day and for the rest of my life. Even the company that I keep, they end up getting a dose of that and how I'm feeling and how I feel about that particular project. You know, it goes further than just how it inspires me. You know how you hear something that reminds you of an old song, or you hear an old song with a friend, and now you playing that song this week. It just reminds you to put it back in the playlist or keeps it on your mind. So, so many ways and so many things that just the universe keeps music on our minds, and I'm just honored to feel blessed to have one of those in the people's eyes. We all can say that our music is a hit or you know it's a whatever, but I mean, hear the people say it. I mean, that's the true reward.
Mhm.
So thank you.
Of course, it's real R&B, as I said before. Church, The Shine.
Hmm.
Those are my two favorite records off of it.
Thank you, man. Man Down was mine. Shine was mine. Church, of course. Um, Falling on My Face. Man, you got a bunch of records on there. Crazy is the most slept on record. Period. I dare people to go back and listen to the lyrics of Crazy and look up the lyrics as they listen to the song. Man, it's so many gems on that thing, and I'm happy that you understand my language.
1123 came out in 2019. Something I admire about you is that you take your time with your work because we're in this digital age now where every artist is so pressured to continuously drop music, and I feel as though you take your time with that. How was your creative process during the whole quarantine time? Because it stopped a lot of artists from just as a creative process as a whole, but there were artists who were releasing stuff. But how did it change your creative vision during that time?
Working on myself just keeps me always creative. Whether I'm having a good day or a bad day, something to sing about, or something to write about, or something I'm inspired from. Whether I'm listening to other music, a movie, a documentary, or just living life, you know, it's something that always speaks to me. So quarantine creatively was good for me. Personally, it was good for me as well. I got the chance to work on things that could make me better as a man. You know, um, without the man, there is no music. Without the music, there is no nothing else but bills and problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to understand how it's all connected and to work on the root is like a beautiful thing. So quarantine has been beautiful for me in many ways. Even on my days where I was really working on me and they weren't easy as other days, it still was a beautiful day to acknowledge what I need to work on because the process could begin of the betterness. So that's man, that's what I'm about right now, bro. Positive energy, um, being around the best and working with the best people that I can to make the best music. If it's not high quality, then I kind of don't want to do it. Even if it's the potential of me speaking to somebody, I want to speak to somebody who I can really have a chance of understanding that they can understand what I'm saying to the point where it's not like seeming like it's just uh charity. You know what I'm saying? I like talking to people that really get it, that really understand. Even if I don't come exactly from where you come from, I understand you. And I think to be understood is to it's like the first letter in love. You know what I'm saying?
And I do have to touch on this because this was a song that you were nominated for a Grammy on, and we all know where we're going with this. Studio. I'm taking you
Yeah.
back to my freshman year when Oxymoron dropped. That was the number one song off that album.
Shout out to Q. It's my bro.
Huge, huge.
Yeah,
How was
yeah.
it working with ScHoolboy Q? Because you formed a relationship a long time ago with the TDE guys.
Yeah, yeah. But that moment was still kind of a unique and very a learning curve, a beautiful process at the same time to have a song to reach that type of height, stand on the charts that long. Um, to be a hit song. It actually, the people proved that to be a hit song, and I was honored to be a part of that. To know that I really, again, authentically being myself, it's one of the things that let you know to keep going. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? So many people try to change the shape of the puzzle piece to fit into this game when they don't know everybody fits. It's just you probably on the wrong side of the board. So to find yourself and fit in the puzzle in a unique way and in an authentic way, I think that's a part of the dream. You know what I'm saying? Just like people singing the words to the song at the show, that's a part of the dream too. It's a bucket list of dream things that allow you to know that you're going in the right place or you're there or you're past there. And that's just one of the things that lets you know keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. And you bring up an interesting point when people sing your song lyrics. What song that you perform at your concert are you most surprised when people know all the lyrics to?
It's not one. There's certain songs that may not be the most popular that I may not think, or I may not be looking at the numbers recently, seeing what's going on at the downloads or the clicks. But it's always a surprise, man. Seeing the more they sing it out, because a lot of people be too cool when they come to shows. You know what I'm saying? So to have like the realest people in the room with me, and they screaming out these lyrics at the top of their lungs, like I'm giving them the best show that I can. That's the full circle right there.
Mhm. With this new independent move that you're on now, are you looking to sign other artists potentially, mentor anyone?
Yeah, I'm always mentoring artists, man. And whether I'm telling them or not, whether I'm publicly admitting it or not, or whether they don't want people to know or not, we always got big homies. Just like I got big homies, I'm a big homie to a few other people as well.
And,
But I
and
would
that's
love to sign some artists. I want to set my thing up to the point where I don't believe in wasting artists' time and giving them the best shot possible. So, and I think the better I get myself in the situation, the better the situation will be for them and representing them and delivering what they need to the world.
I'm assuming that you're working on a new album.
Just wanted to kind of let people know it ain't just songs released. We take everything serious. So uniquely we find ways to give every song life, give every song an extra leg to kind of get into other places where it wouldn't go. Because remember, you're independent, man. You can't act like this shit. Just do it yourself. So it's a lot of work you got to do. It's a lot of thinking that you got to do for the simplest things just to be intentional. You know what I'm saying? So the perspective you got to be right. You got to be intentional with the perspective.
Mhm. And we'll be looking forward to everything that you have coming this year. I'm sure you're going to be
But yes,
collaborating with.
I'm sorry. Second half. I am working on the album. I can't tell you too much about it, but we almost done. And but yes, to answer the second part of the question, yes, we are working on the album, and it's almost ready. But we're gonna keep giving you music until the time is right and everything line up the way we see fit. And but it's on, man. We working. I'm here mastering the song right now. So when you mastering anybody that does music, that's the final stage before the people get it. So you about to get something else soon too.
I know you can't say too many details about it, but when do you expect to release it? The end of this year, or is it going to be something that comes at the top of 2022? You think?
That's the part that I can't tell you because
You
it's
can't
gonna
tell.
be really special. Yeah, honestly, I hate to make it seem like that, but yeah, it's gonna be really special with the date and what it connects to and everything. So it's gonna be a beautiful moment, man.
It's going to be, and I'm sure it will be 100%. Have you been tapped in with your Chicago White Sox at all? Because they have been first in their division this year, and they've been playing well.
I've seen them been playing well. I'm not really a big baseball fan, but I'm always rooting for my home team. I root for the Cubs too, man. In the city, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always rooting for my Chicago team, man. I'm a Chicago kid. It's a must.
Of course you do, and you've adjusted to the LA lifestyle. You got the hits coming left and right here, man. I'm looking forward to what you got coming this year, and I want to wish you the most luck on your independent wave here because you're going to prove to a lot of artists out here that a big artist can go independent and still do it big.
And man, Max, I appreciate you, bro. Same with you, man. I'm. This ain't a typical interview. I appreciate it. I feel like my best interviews come from people that give me the best questions that are really authentic with it. And this is one of those, man. I appreciate you for being a real one, bro.
Oh, of course, and shout out to what you do for just for hip hop too, because when you collaborate with hip hop artists, they're not the trap rappers. They actually rap and they take it back to the essence of hip hop and R&B. And I'm talking when LL Cool J was collaborating with Boys to Men back in the day on Hey Lover.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, that was one of my favorite joints coming up. But thank you for appreciating that too, because that's something that I'm a hip hop fan just as much as I'm a fan of gospel, soul, trap. Rap. I'm a fan of it all, man. It's just crazy. I think the right collaboration, the right features come with the right time, the right music, and the right artists. That's what makes it all happen. It's not the money, the right ones, and that people know it's the right one. Is because all of those things match.
You're always welcome on the show. I had a great time with you. The audience loved it, and I'm looking forward to the new music. We got
Thank you,
4
bro.
a.m. in the rotation for you.
For sure. Hopefully, the next will be in person, man, instead of via this way because of COVID and the craziness. But I'm rooting for the better times, man.
Yeah, I am too. And they can follow you on Instagram and Twitter at BJ the Chicago Kid.
Indeed. Thank you, bro.
No doubt. I want you to enjoy the rest of your day, and shout out to Felicia for coordinating this. You were an excellent
Always,
help.
always. Being Savoy always holding us down, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Thank you. You guys are always welcome. Anytime you need anything from me, just let me know.
All right.
All right,
Have
brother.
a great day.
Yep, you too.
All right. Bye.